She was our age, and it's just scary because that could have been any one of us. And she was an angel, and I know that now she's with God.
Jaguar Wright explained how Rihanna was sold to Jay-Z at 16 years old. She explained how it was super sketchy that Rihanna got brought to America at only 16 years old without any parental supervision, and how she auditioned for Jay-Z at 3 o'clock in the morning. She explained how it didn't make sense that Rihanna's parents would let her fly by herself after just meeting Evan Roberts all the way to America to meet with Jay-Z in the middle of the night. And she alleged that Rihanna's dad got a $500,000 payout for letting this happen. She alleged since this was all out of the blue, Rihanna would have had to flown on a private plane to get from Barbados to America because she wouldn't have had a visa and her parents were not around with her to fly to America. And Rihanna even explained how Jay-Z would not let her leave until she signed the recording contract, and the label locked her in the office until 3 a.m.
Tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
And what did he say to you? He said something to you. What's on you, this lady?
He said, there are two ways to leave here. Either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
Big changes since you've been signed at Def Jam. Can you tell me what are the biggest changes you've gone through from St. Michael's, Barbados until now you being a superstar?
Well, one of them for sure is being away from my friends and family. After growing up around my mom and all my friends for 17 years and then moving to a big city with no...
Say what now? People are back online stirring up those old rumors again, this time dragging Beyonce, Jay-Z and Rihanna into the conversation like it's brand new tea. So here's what's being said. An alleged former nanny of Beyonce is supposedly stepping forward, hinting at behind-the-scenes drama people have whispered about for years. Online chatter claims those rumors were buried long ago, with Jay-Z's powerful circle, especially through Roc Nation, working overtime to shut everything down and clean up the narrative. But now, with Jay-Z's name popping up again in messy headlines and internet speculation tied to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, people are digging up old stories and connecting dots that may or may not even belong together, and suddenly this alleged nanny is being framed as someone who might finally spill what she saw back in the day. Honestly, if someone said 2026 would be the year all this resurfaced, most people wouldn't have believed it. But with how chaotic things have been online lately, nothing really shocks anyone anymore. Just look at how Nicki Minaj recently jumped into the mix, posting a series of tweets throwing serious accusations at Jay-Z. She even claimed to have receipts mentioning names like Aaliyah and Foxy Brown, and yes, even Beyonce, sparking massive debates across social media. Fans went back and forth trying to figure out what was real and what was just more internet drama spiraling out of control. But here's where it gets interesting. Some people noticed one major name missing from those conversations: Rihanna. And when you look back at her origin story, it already feels like something out of a movie. Back in 2004, Rihanna was just a teenager in Barbados, part of a small girl group with classmates. That's when producer Evan Rogers discovered her while vacationing there. He was so impressed that he invited her to the United States to record demos. One of those tracks, Ponder Replay, would go on to change everything. Rogers and his partner Carl Sturken started shopping her demo around to labels, and eventually it landed in the hands of Jay-Z, who had just stepped into his role as president of Def Jam Recordings. According to long-circulating industry stories, Jay-Z asked Rihanna to fly to New York for a private audition. She performed in his office, and from there things moved fast. The label reportedly wanted to sign her immediately, not risking another company swooping in first. The moment has been discussed a lot over the years, especially because of how young Rihanna was at the time, leading to ongoing debates about how everything was handled behind the scenes. And to be fair, Rihanna herself has spoken about that meeting in past interviews, describing just how intense and career-defining it felt in the moment. At the end of the day, though, it's important to separate confirmed facts from internet speculation. A lot of what's resurfacing right now is based on rumors, old stories, and unverified claims being recycled in a new era of social media. At one point, Foxy Brown herself seemed to hint that she might eventually tell her side of the story. In a message that circulated across blogs and forums, she wrote, "My story will shock you to your core. I don't play victim, but I had to step away for my sanity or I would have been dead." That statement alone raised eyebrows and sparked intense curiosity.
What's your audition with Jay-Z? Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
You had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
Yeah. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, I'm very interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you've met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what? You know how she...
But after that, things went quiet, only fueling even more speculation online. Then there's the situation involving Aaliyah, which often gets pulled back into these conversations. Some of those claims were originally brought up years ago by Dame-Jay's former friend and business partner, and because of their fallout, his comments have always been debated. Was he revealing something real or speaking out during a personal split? Not long after those industry tensions, Aaliyah tragically lost her life in a plane crash in 2001, a moment that shocked the entire music world. Over the years, various theories and rumors have continued to circulate about what really happened that day, with some reports suggesting she was hesitant to board due to concerns about the plane being overloaded, while others made claims about her condition before the flight. Even decades later, her passing remains a topic of discussion whenever her story resurfaces, showing how deeply it still resonates. Another point people keep bringing up is Jay-Z's past professional relationship with R. Kelly. Even after the controversy surrounding R. Kelly's alleged marriage to Aaliyah became public, Jay-Z still collaborated with him, releasing the best of both worlds and even going on tour together, something critics still question today. For many fans, that decision raised serious concerns about how the industry handled situations like that at the time. Some argue the music business often protected powerful figures, while others say those collaborations were simply part of how the industry operated back then. Either way, it continues to spark heated debate whenever these stories resurface. As for the latest rumors about this alleged former nanny, there's still no confirmed proof behind the claims, but that hasn't stopped social media from exploding with opinions. Some fans believe there are still hidden truths waiting to come out, while others think this is just recycled celebrity drama. Comments online reflect the divide, with some questioning why Beyonce and Rihanna never collaborated musically, while others are pulling more names into the conversation. The reactions have been non-stop.
Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from a celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was Jay-Z.
Years about Rihanna, because people found it super weird. Right before Jay-Z signed Rihanna, he was working heavily with a 16-year-old Tierra Marie, who signed to Def Jam by L.A. Reid. And after a while, there was rumors circulating all over that Tierra Marie and Rihanna actually had a fallout because Rihanna's career skyrocketed and Tierra Marie got let go from Def Jam. And allegedly, Tierra Marie is the Jane Doe that is suing Diddy and L.A. Reid for SA when she was just 16 years old. And I mean, it is pretty weird because Jay-Z just started talking to Beyonce as soon as she turned 18 years old. And not long after Rihanna signed to Jay-Z, there was rumors swirling all over the media that Jay-Z was cheating on Beyonce with Rihanna. And a lot of people still to this day never understood why Rihanna and Beyonce are not close, and we've never got a collaboration with the two of them. even though Rihanna was claimed one of Jay-Z's biggest stars. Jaguar Wright then went on to allege how Rihanna's last album, Anti, was basically a cry for help. She talked about how creepy it was that Rihanna did the album cover of a child with a crown over her eyes. And it says that the Anti album is about a person opposed to a particular policy, activity, or an idea.
But now the question is, what do you think? Do you believe the rumors about Jay-Z and Rihanna, or do you think this is all speculation being blown out of proportion? And what about these new claims of more behind-the-scenes stories coming out? The internet is buzzing, but the line between fact and rumor is still unclear. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know where you stand, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves celebrity tea. Click the next video on your screen for another wild story you won't want to miss. That moment left a lot of people confused, especially when some viewers questioned why the audience laughed at a story that, when you really think about it, sounded serious. After all, Rihanna was only 16 at the time, while Jay-Z was already a major industry figure in his mid-30s, which is why that clip still resurfaces in online debates today. The controversy didn't stop there though. When Rihanna released Pon de Replay in 2005, under Def Jam, a new wave of gossip hit the media after her publicist made shocking claims about a supposed secret relationship with Jay-Z, only to later retract everything and say it was a publicity stunt to boost the song. But many people weren't convinced by that explanation, especially since Pon de Replay was already a major success, climbing to number 5 on the charts and receiving heavy radio play, making the need for extra controversy questionable. The story faded for a while, but years later Jaguar Wright reignited the conversation with explosive allegations claiming there was a secret relationship during Rihanna's early career, and even making further controversial statements about her personal life and past relationships, claims that remain unverified and are her own words but continue to fuel ongoing speculation and debate online. And just when people thought the rumors couldn't get any messier, another name has reportedly entered the conversation. Blogs are now claiming that someone described as Beyoncé's former nanny has been speaking behind the scenes, allegedly sharing more details tied to the long-running gossip surrounding Jay-Z and Rihanna. According to online chatter, this source is hinting that the rumored situation may have created serious tension within Jay-Z and Beyoncé's marriage, with some fans even linking it back to the infamous
You're a big fan of Beyonce.
I love her.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me, just let loose when you perform and just have fun.
You could have any baddie in the show, no matter the price, and if they would say yes, who would you want to put in your panties? I asked it.
That's a trick question.
No, who you want to put in them panties?
I would Beyonce.
Don't you know somebody at Rock Nation?
I mean, Beyonce got body.
She got body.
Okay. And yeah, that would just trump everything.
2014 elevator incident involving Solange after the Met Gala. For years people have speculated about what really triggered that moment, and now fresh theories are resurfacing. These same blogs also claim that Jay-Z was allegedly close to several women in the industry at the time, with names like Rita Ora and Rihanna being pulled into the narrative, which some fans believe could explain why Beyoncé and Rihanna, despite mutual respect, have rarely collaborated. As these rumors spread, the internet quickly began revisiting Jay-Z's past, digging up old interviews, headlines, and long-standing industry gossip, bringing more names into the discussion. One frequently mentioned figure is Foxy Brown, with persistent but unproven claims about a possible relationship early in her career, while others point to stories about Aaliyah and alleged attempts by powerful figures to align with her following her highly publicized situation with R. Kelly. While none of these claims have been definitively proven, they continue to resurface whenever conversations about power dynamics in the music industry gain momentum.
Shocked when Jay said the line in Picasso Baby, yes, because we've talked about that. We have a history that supersedes music, and we know how this business works. We sit back and we laugh at those rumors. We laugh at that. I think he began to feel the pressure because people were saying my age, the age thing. She was 15, 14. She was 15, 14. And after a while, that gets to a person. The Jay I know, the Sean I know, never comes out of character. So.
Yeah, remember Fox Brown and Jay. Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you.
Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. She didn't choose to get on that plane. She was unconscious. She didn't choose to get on that plane. Why would you need to sign a non-disclosure agreement about a plane crash and what happened leading up